friends, welcome back to a new video. We are back in the nature. We have some sounds of cicadas, and the sounds can actually help us to calm down our brain. So you see how interestingly nature works. You go outside, you connect with the sounds, and suddenly you feel much lighter. Suddenly you feel much more relaxed, and suddenly you feel much more grounded. I have today a special message for anyone who will come across this video, as here and there I make the special videos for all of you special people, special friends, as I appreciate all of you, my friends. So I hope you are not allowing yourself to be affected by the things which don't support your evolution, which don't support your transcendence, which don't support your transformation. Because so often, we can be affected by what people say around us, what is happening around us, the energies around us, and we forget about the core of who we are, and what is that great pillar on which we are building and designing our life. So I want to remind you of that great pillar on which you are like an architect of your life. Let's imagine that there's a core of yourself. You can, see it however you want. But there's the core of yourself, which can only be felt. You can think about it. You can, people try to think about who they are. People try to think about certain beliefs which could explain who they are. But we can only feel. And that pillar, the core pillar of who you truly are, can only be felt. So once we connect back with the feeling, sometimes we feel inspired, sometimes we feel grounded, sometimes we feel peaceful, sometimes we feel enlightened, sometimes we feel creative. It's all the feeling which comes from that core of who you are. And higher that is the vibration of the feeling, more it means that you are connected to the source of yourself. And the source of yourself is actually the source of the great universe. And you are an extension of that source. So when you're feeling something, it means that you're feeling an expression of the source which is coming through you. So that's why feeling is sacred, and that's why, for example, Neville Goddard said feeling is the secret. Because when you feel something, you are in deep contact with the divine, you are in the deep contact with the whole creation. So when we feel overwhelmed emotionally, when we feel, for example, out of balance, it's because our mind started reminding us, hey, you need to take care of yourself. Something outside of you has started to, disorienting your being, and you need to take care of that. You need to do something about it. And because people are ignoring these voices, they become more overwhelmed, because, when mind goes out of balance, emotions go out of balance. And when our whole state of being is out of balance, we need a certain recalibration, right? That's why we go to places like that, and we do something which most people would describe as weird, like we disconnect ourselves from the society, and we take some time to be alone. We take some time to reflect what's happening within ourselves, to see where our mind is, to see what's our emotional expression right now. And we just observe ourselves, because it's important. How can we function in the society if we can't even stand our own selves, if we can't even face with what is happening within ourselves? So as the energies are rising and most people are becoming more connected with themselves, it's so important to recognize what is pulling us out of our alignment and what is bothering us, because if we're not expressing compassionately what is bothering us, it means that we are not healing our wounds. It means that we are not expressing our honesty, and if we're not expressing our honesty, we're suppressing our honesty. And every time we suppress something, we create that tension within our bodies. And when the tension is present in the body, you will always feel like there's something you need to release. And more we are ignoring that, more we will start to experience a sense of anger, and more we are ignoring it, more the anger will rise, and suddenly you will be triggered by anything that happens outside of you. So it is an important reminder for all of you to recognize the tension within your body, because that's where you can find a layer around that great pillar, as I was talking before about. Any layer which is around the pillar of yourself can be disturbing for your life's experiences. And you know, more we are becoming pure, more we are grounded within ourselves, and more creativity we will experience, more higher sensations, higher feelings we will experience, because life is all about expression, it's all about creativity. We are creative by nature. So it means that more we are detaching from certain layers of stories and identities and labels, more we are becoming pure, and purer we are, more creative we are, more productive we are, positively productive. We do the things which can help each other to grow, which can help each other to shine. And of course, as your energy is getting stronger, your intentions are manifesting faster, which means that as you're becoming aware that you are the architect of your life, all that creative process starts happening much faster. And we need to be pure in order to work with that process of creation, because if we are not pure, we would manifest also things we are complaining about, our worries, our fears. Everything would happen really, really fast. Everything would manifest really, really fast. That's why it's important for you to purify your channel, to purify your energy body. And it is an important experience we need to move through, but it's often also unpleasant, because we deal with all the possible negative stories or limited stories we are telling to ourselves. We are dealing with negative thoughts, we are dealing with limited beliefs, and most of those things are not even ours. We've adopted them from society. So what we are doing right now is we are rewriting our story. We are rewriting our brain patterns, the neural patterns in our brain. And again, it requires us to step outside of the comfort zone and to reflect our behaviors, to see what we're actually doing when we're unaware of what we're doing. So we may recognize, what's causing the results in our lives, because we are always the cause of what is happening for us. So more we are paying attention to what we are doing, more we become aware of the cause of the effects we are experiencing. So my friends, take it easy, be brave on that process, and go to places like that, places which remind you of how calmness feels like, how being grounded feels like, how that peaceful sensation feels like. Because you may hear the sounds, and if you truly just if you try to just sense the composition of those different sources of the sounds, those are tiny little animals which are all over the place. But when you hear the sound, it's like it would be just one sound, or like few of them, but they're working coherently. And more you connect to the sounds, more you connect to the feeling of the sound, because everything is happening internally. So it's all about feeling something, and that's where we train ourselves to go from thinking to feeling. More we go into that feeling sensation, less we are thinking, and that's how we let go of overthinking. The great cure for overthinking is to connect with the feeling, to feel yourself. That's where people say, I'm feeling myself. I feel what's happening within me, and I feel okay. Even when I'm not okay, I'm okay about not being okay. And that's powerful and important thing to realize, to be okay when you're not okay, to say that I accept all of myself, I accept all of my emotions, because emotions are beautiful and they make us human. So my friends, don't pull yourself down. Always let yourself to be affected only by what supports your transformation, what supports the progress that you're making here on this path of life. And make sure that you're expressing gratitude for all the transformation that took place in your life. So my friends, this is it for today. I'm sending you all lots of love, blessings and power. Have a beautiful day. Until next time, one love.